and this is what you do. Take care of business.
Porsha, welcome. How are you?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
How's it going?
It's going okay. It's a really bad storm out my
Yeah.
way.
Yes, I want to get you in now. I just want to we can skip the pleasantries. I know you gotta go, right. We trying to hope that storm hold on.
No, do I
You've been
sound
having a lot of smoke in that chat for a couple weeks now.
well? I do. Do I sound crazy and choppy?
No, you sound good.
Okay, cool. No, I do quite often, but
Well, let's get to it, man. What does the smoke be about?
it's just in my mind, it's sort of unfortunate because for the ladies that you have on your panel, typically, for the most part, it just seems like there's so much and anger and then more anger and bitterness and anger. And I just kind of don't know where it comes from. And I'll say for Love, for example, she comes off abrasive in the beginning, very abrasive, like very like, oh, but like as time goes on, she becomes more soft and to a point to where you can listen to her and you can see like where she's coming from, where it's not so negative. And for what a lot of people may perceive, it's just like, no, she's actually a very sweet, kind, beautiful woman that, has a lot to say and a lot to offer. But what I've seen on your show is it just seems like the women are very mean and aggressive. But there's something about like even witnessing everything that we've seen tonight that they're not that way, really. It's just, I guess it depends on the topic, if that makes sense.
What topics are those? Like what?
All of the
what
other
you have
topics, like whenever you're talking about like, because like your channel is like mostly like relationships, between, blacks and black men and black women. And it just seems like the black women are very aggressive, which is why, I mean, this was Rock's idea. It was Rock's idea. But whenever I reached out to you and I told you, like, if you had like the conservative panel versus the non-conservative women, what would that look like? Because there are a lot of conservative women, if you will, or as you titled it, pick-me's. There's a lot of us out there. But your audience, they would not know that we existed if they just leaned on what you present on your show often. They wouldn't know that we were here and that we
What would
existed.
they say?
What'd you say?
What would they say?
Passport bros. Let's dip out. Let's go to other countries to find a black woman or a woman that is suitable enough for my standards. Because I may be a black man and I may be interested in black women, but the black women that I encounter most days and most times, they are angry, they are aggressive, they're very alpha, they don't submit, they don't believe in conforming, they don't even believe in serving their men. And whenever they associate conformity, submission, and or serving, they relate it to slavery,
oppression,
and all of these other things. And so I think that whenever I sent that to you, of course, like I said, Rock's idea, because I'm not trying to take this away from Rock. There are those of us out there that believe in those things, and we hold those things in very high regard. And we love pleasing our men. We love serving our men. We love conforming. We love catering. We want to be all of those things. But whenever you are just so conditioned to seeing black women in one way, it's easy to understand why so many Black men are on this passport bros, or they want to date outside. And I don't fault them for it. I mean, hey, if you ask me, date outside and passport bros all you want. Okay, go ahead and do it, because if you cannot find what it is that you're seeking with a woman within your own race, you might as well go out and find what it is that you want somewhere else. And to me, in my mind, the question, who's the prize? Of course, I believe the man is the prize. There is no other prize that is more grandiose than him. And so, because he is the prize, all that we are as a woman, we should be doing what it is that we need to do, especially for the women like beautiful Japrice and beautiful Jenny. They get to stay at home and make sure that they are the prize every single day. They are caring for the home, they are caring for the man, and they are caring for the children. And what's unfortunate is that so many Black women are not perceived to be in this manner. But I come from a 2-parent household. My mom and dad, they're married. And my mom does the same things every single day that she has done since I have been aware. But if Black men cannot find that in Black American women, I absolutely encourage them to go outside and find that, because they deserve that, because I truly believe that men want to be married more than women do. And if I was wrong, then the divorce rate in America would not be greater for women who are filing for divorce than men. So I'll just leave it there.
What's a pick me? What exactly is that? What is that?
A woman who
I'm trying to figure out too.
gets picked by a man. A woman who is picked by a man.
Is that what that means? I thought they were using that in a derogatory way, as if to say, like, you're saying things that you're saying things just to please men.
Yeah, that's what it's meant to be.
Yeah, like,
But
it's
why,
not.
why
But that's not
shouldn't you
even a
please
bad
a
thing.
man?
Yeah.
Why shouldn't you please a man?
Yeah.
Thank you, Jay.
Yeah.
Be on y'all side. I want to be on the man's side. Okay, I'm not a.
Thank you.
But that's the thing, though. Like, if you take it into consideration, because Japrice, we talked about this offline. Too often, the pick me is perceived to be a negative thing. And is it really?
No.
No.
Is it
Not at
really?
all.
Because
Not at all.
so many folks can point out and call.
What is it? What does a pick me do? What does that kind of get?
We don't know. That
do
name was
everything
given.
that a man intends and anticipates for us to do. We are what men want us to be. And so because we are that, y'all say that to us. And
They just
again,
be mad.
it's not a
One at a time.
personally, but y'all say that to us as if it's an insult. But how insulting is it?
No, that's not our topic. We didn't come up with that. We're just learning what exactly that is. I'm genuinely asking, what is that?
Okay,
And how
so
long
We
have you
don't
been?
know that name.
Hold on.
that
One
name
at a
was
time.
given-
One at a time. I go first.
That name
One at a
was
time.
given.
I'll stop. Y'all go ahead.
That name was given to wives or women who are trying to let women know that how the woman now is acting is not acceptable. And that name wasn't given by someone like who is trying to get women in order. That name was given by a woman who is bitter and mad. So I don't know what that term means. It's so many definitions for it.
Are you guys claiming it now though? Do you like that term? What is that?
It doesn't
What is
bother
going-
me. It doesn't
Okay.
bother me at all.
Well, Porsche seems to have taken it on and she's embracing it and stuff like that. So maybe it's now a good thing, I guess, because you want it to be.
Lily, you gonna answer that? Go ahead. JB, you gonna answer it? Who's gonna
Well,
answer
actually, I want Porsche to answer. And Porsche was talking.
Portia's back now. Okay, she's talking. Okay, go ahead.
So to take on the term and embrace it, I've been called that before. And at one point in my life, I did feel like it was an insult. I did, and I won't lie. And it hurt me, especially because it only came from Black women. And so I had to have like deep interpersonal conversations with my mother, because my mother is married to my father, and my mother and my father, they did wait until they got married to have all of us. And I watch my mother every single day do the things that she does. But the one thing that I admire the most about my mother is that not only does she do it still right now today, she does it with love and care and honor. And whatever it is that my dad needs from her, whether he asks for it or not, she just does it. And so in my mind, a pick me is someone that is just picked. I don't look at it as someone or a woman that's just being drug about the place. That's just useless, that does not have her own voice, that does not have her own interest. And I believe it was Tay earlier that makes her hair products or beauty products and skin products, things like that. I do the same thing. I'm in my quote unquote salon. I love doing those things. I don't believe that you being a woman that is a servant to your man in a way means that you have to take away from yourself. So whenever I think about a pick me, I just think ultimately of a woman that's picked and a woman that understands. And again, you all may not feel this way, but I am from the South and I do believe in gender roles. And I strongly believe in the ideology of me staying in my place as a woman and a man staying in his place as a man. And so because of that, whenever I consider a pick me, it's me being the woman who allows the man to exist as he is as a man and a woman existing as herself as a woman in her gender role.
One more question. So how long have you been a pick me, and how long you think it's going to take for a man to pick you? What are you feeling? Or are you picked? I might be assessing this
I am
wrong.
picked. I'm actually picked quite often. How long have I been? All of my life. I am a byproduct of my parents' representation. I am my mother's
Oh,
daughter.
so you don't have to be married for clarity. You don't have to be married to be considered picked.
Well,
You can have.
You know what? I wouldn't clarify or I wouldn't justify marriage to say that you have to be picked. I just honestly and truly believe, that if you are that woman, you will be picked. And so whenever you are a woman that is picked, you'll have options, right? And so
Porsha,
there's
only interrupting. I'm sorry. Picked to do what then? Picked
to do
picked
what?
to do what? Yeah. Picked as what? If it's not if you're not married, but you said you're picked often, picked as what? To exist what as what?
Picked to be a potential mate, picked to be a potential wife, picked to be a potential partner. I'll say this: I don't believe in marriage by law. I believe in marriage under God. So I don't believe in like going down to a courthouse, signing some documents, and the law saying that I am paired with someone. I don't believe in that.
So have
However,
you been married yet? Not under the law as you said it, but have you been married? What's the other way? Like, what do you call that? If it's not under the marriage of like going to the courthouse or priest or whatever, what is that called?
So I believe, like, while again my parents, they are married, I just don't believe in the law because I'm not for big government. I am a conservative that votes Republican. I'm not for big government. I don't believe that the government should have a say so in who I say I should love and who loves me back. So all of us on this panel right now, married or not, whenever we speak about competition.
Well, wait, real quick. Wait, I want to stay on here. I want to stay on the pick me part. That real quick. Then this is my last question. I want everybody to talk.
Give me 1 second. 1 second.
So Porsha, as far as getting picked, I just want to be very clear and make sure we all understand. When you're saying you're picked often,
But you can let Luna go. Porsha needed a second. She needed a second.
My eyes were closed. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Luna. I need my eyes were closed because I was rubbing my eyes. Go ahead, Luna.
Just a couple things. So I looked up the definition of pick me, and it says a girl who seeks male validation by indirectly or directly stating that she is not like other girls. Now, with that being said, another thing I would like to read is the Bible verse Genesis 2:18. The Lord God said, "It is not good for the man to be alone. I will make a helper suitable for him." With that being said, a pick me is a woman who gets picked by a man to be a suitable helper, aka wife. being fuckable and being desirable is not being a pick me. It's not getting picked, because a man can pick you to have sex with him, but he's not gonna pick you to be a suitable helper.
I agree. That's why I was trying to get Porsha to explain what she's being picked to do. That's why I wanted to understand fully how she was defining it.
For sure.
Go ahead, Mister.